Hello and welcome to Film Companion South. In this episode, we're going to be talking about Sunny, the Malayalam film directed by Ranjith Sankar and starring Jayasurya. Now, you know self-help books, right? I mean, a lot of them are crap, but some of them just do the trick when you need that particular kind of self-help. This is one of those kinds of movies. It's a self-help movie, if I may describe it that way. Now, I found it very therapeutic in a way that I might not be able to explain fully in the review because that might be giving away plot points. But let's begin with the fact that the film is dedicated to the year 2020, a year spent in solitude. Now, of course, the reference is to COVID situation, but it also refers to the protagonist's isolation. The protagonist is named Sunny, and that's played by Jayasurya, and the solitude also refers to his isolation. Now, what is this isolation from? It is from apparently all the people in his life, whether from the past or the present, and except for maybe one or two people who are still his friends, he seems to have cut off ties with almost everybody else. Slowly, the names begin to drop and we begin to make sense of how the characters with these names are related to the protagonist Sunny. For example, we hear of a Dr. Anuradha. Who is she? Is she a doctor? Is she a friend? We hear about a man named Corey who seems to be a college friend. He's the only guy that we actually recognize through like casual conversations in the movie. I said slowly, right? So that applies to probably the first part of the movie. The film begins very slowly. Jayasurya comes from Dubai. He's a businessman there and he's taking a long cab drive and having a long conversation with the cab driver. And then when he checks into the Grand Hyatt, which is a very expensive hotel for a quarantine procedure, 14 days or whatever, he gets a complete rundown from the receptionist saying, this is what it is, this you'll have to, you can't step out of your room, people will be giving you food, disposable containers and so on and so forth. Another director might have taken this scene away entirely because these are just procedural details that are being given by the hotel to the protagonist. But Ranjith Sankar keeps it here because he wants to elongate this whole thing of what this protagonist is going through. But what we do know about the protagonist is that he has a drinking problem, he has personal issues, and he also has professional issues in terms of the business that he left behind in Dubai. So the therapeutic part of the movie is based on this premise. Can the world heal from COVID? Similarly, can Sunny be healed from whatever is bugging him? In fact, in a lot of places, the film plays like Madhyalikal, but in an age of smartphones, because here is this man like in this insanely huge hotel room. Sometimes it looks like a space station. You know those Solaris type movies where you find scientists all alone in a big space station. It sometimes seems like that. And even when a man comes to give him a swab test or something like that, he's dressed in what looks like a spacesuit. There's a scene where Sunny kind of traps an ant in a glass, under a glass, and it kind of keeps going on in circles without any apparent direction. That's actually a metaphor for him. But slowly, the pace of the film keeps increasing and we get to an end that, again, nothing can be revealed about because it all depends on the people from the beginning. But it's a very, again, to use that word, therapeutic ending. So the 4 lessons you take away from this movie is being with yourself is therapeutic sometimes. Following your passion is therapeutic. Don't be a coward and run away from life. And stop once in a while to smell the roses, whether it is the sight of a beautiful sunrise or the sight of a yellow dupatta casually strewn on a chair. Now, usually I'm not a big fan of films that are filled with music, but here the music makes actual sense because from a silent kind of environment, we get a point where the music swells and swells and swells, and all the things that I just talked about come and kind of make full circle. So that's it about Sunny. It's a kind of film where I think, you really want to discuss with friends over a drink or whatever it is that you have, because it is about so many of these things that are, I guess we could call them first world problems, but they're really not, because being with oneself or knowing oneself is so difficult in a society that is so much about, like being the same all the time. And that, I think, is what is special about Sunny. If you like this video, do subscribe to Film Companion South and see you soon at the movies.